Welcome to this lecture where we will look at the features of Perplexity and how the UI and how all of the features are laid out. So starting in the beginning, it has that all-purpose input box right in the middle, like ChatGPT. And when you focus on each of these, it will give you some suggested searches like US, Ukraine, peace plan, gold atomic structure, why flex AI, open source, Bitcoin first month since 2022. So some of the relevant recent queries or prompts that people around the world are putting into Perplexity. Now let's investigate a little part of this. Part is a search, which is fast answers to everyday questions. Then there is research, which is deep research for any topic. And there is labs, which is new and it's a new feature. Create projects from scratch. So keep it together in one place. On the right side, bottom side, you can see set sources for search. So you have web, academic, social, and finance. And it's also added these new tools, browse all connectors or tools, Gmail with calendar. Here we look at a model, so the best model, and we also have access to other models like GPT, Sonnet, Claude, Gemini, Grok, Kimi, and Claude Opus O3 Pro. In the attachment part, you can attach any of your local files. If you want to attach those local files, it will be there. And finally, here is the dictation where you can, instead of typing, you can dictate something. Let's see if it's working. I want to check if this transcription is working over here. So it has to hold and does this work? Seems, yeah, it's writing. And if I want to stop, I can click on this stop button. I want to stop, it works. So it does, and then you can put in the prompt as you see. Now let's look at this small buttons at the bottom. So first you have the language changer. So if you want to change the languages, there is a default language and there is multiple language options that you can choose from. And here is the quick button, help button, which directly immediately pulls you into get started. So in the get started part, let me click into this. So this gives a little idea about what to do on Perplexity. So this is like before. Can you show me some examples? So Perplexity is your AI powered Swiss Army knife and for information discovery and curiosity. That is how they identify us. So show me some examples. Need a quick healthy recipe, shopping around for a new pair of running headphones, want to learn Python but not sure where to begin. So these are some of the use cases. What should I use Perplexity for? Answering questions, exploring topics in depth, organizing your library, and interacting with your data. So all of these are possible with Perplexity. What is ProSearch? ProSearch is your conversational search guide. Instead of quick generic results, ProSearch engages with you, fine-tuning its answers based on your needs. So the difference between ProSearch and Quick Search in case of Perplexity, why would I use it? There are three reasons. Understands you through follow-up questions, summarizes the most relevant findings, and pulls from a diverse range of sources for a complete view. Can you show me some ProSearch examples? So travel planning, academic research, professional research, and news briefings. If we click into this, I think it will open into Perplexity and what are the top news of today. So it will fill up the, and it will run it, I think it will run it as well. What are the top news of today? It goes to work and it gets the key India news for the country, major world events, politics and diplomacy, business and economy, and science, tech, sports, in various categories. And finally, the domains, if you tell the domain that you care about. So it's nice. News briefings. Do you learn some tips for my use cases? So here are three tips that will help you maximize your experience with Perplexity. Search smart, keywords or file upload, your call. Personalize through your settings and profile. Customize your privacy and collaborate with spaces. Threads stay hidden until you share the URL even when set to public. There's always more to learn, get answers, and join community. So these are the next steps. Okay, we close this. So other things here is the help center, the change log. There is a blog where you can get to know what are the new things coming. Comet for Android, which has launched recently at the end of 2025. Then there is announcing partnership with US government. This is all November 2025 news. Introducing privacy snapshot. Bullying is not inversion. So this is what Perplexity took on Amazon for AI assisted shopping. Now the change log gives us the recent changes from November. So November of 25, November 14th, they've shipped. See the changes latest. So you can see upgraded assistant, privacy snapshot, open links in Comet, keep assistant. So a lot of Comet. GPT 5.1 and 5.1 thinking models, faster, more accurate library search, flight status, football, so it's also working on sports, and these are the updates from November of 2025. What else is there? Here we have Office Pro Enterprise API support, and then careers and TSN per service policy. So we have completed this side. Now let's come here on the left side. We have a new thread. Right now we are in the new thread section, and there is this voice mode button which will soon we'll explore soon. But let's first go to the home. So first it's a travel. In travel, you have all these trending destinations, and there's inspiration. So these are inspiration places like you want to do. Let's check sunset hike in Alaska, 2 night luxury stay, best hotels in Catskills. Let's do this one. Let's do one of these. So it will immediately run that prompt. Best hiking trails in Slovenia, and it will give you links, images. So it's a full article, it's a rich article. So Perplexity has already jumped into more richer context. It's not just only text. You also have tags on the right side, so you can jump to each of these parts. And there are images. You can jump into each of these images like this. So you can explore the images that is there in ChatGPT's research. And then you have the sources. The sources will be on the right side. There is a sidebar. And finally, there is a copy link to this section and copy the section. Related, there will be follow-up questions like in other chatbots. We have what are the best times? How does weather impact? Are there in specific year? So these are the follow-up questions. Discover more things. So these are links to within Perplexity pages. So if you go into any of these pages, Greece leads. So if you go into this, it will be a follow-up prompt. So it's a specific page, and again it is rich article with more links and images. So that's what we have in travel. Let's go into academics now. Academics, there are trending topics: technology and computer science, finance, political science, arts, culture and humanities, natural sciences. So these are all there. If you charge, if you choose any of this, health, in what way does prolonged social media use, chronic stress, socioeconomic factors influence and prevalence of, so you have all this quick. How can privacy laws address digital data collection, legal frameworks regulate cybercrime, artificial intelligence impact judicial decision making? So this is for law. There is options for technology, options for science, and options for humanities. And you can see here, there is this set sources for search, the same as before we have seen that web, academic, social, and finance. So you can set the sources, then attach the files, and then submit the prompt as you want to do with academic. The next section will be sports. So people who are interested in sports, this is a fun place to find out more information about sports. You can search for certain things: NBA scores, Chiefs, Cowboys, Kings versus Bruins, college football, latest NFL news, and active, whatever active is going on. So NBA basketball off season and active. So Formula One. Let's check what is there in Formula One. So these are already tracking some of the recent data that is currently going on, season champion odds. All of that is tracked from each of these. So you have these breadcrumbs where you can follow. Now in the library are the recent searches that I've made. So if I look into each of these, there will be 3 tabs here. Then there are the threads, there is media. It's not enough media right now, but if you create, it will be here. So let's create one for an example. Vaporwave forest path looks good. It's a video, make a video. So it will create a video. Steps for making, resources, and related. So it gives you the steps. So now instead of media, and you can also look at the apps. Currently, no apps yet. Try creating one. So you have a new thread option. Go there and create a new thread. So that is all in the home section. Now in Discover, there are two options for you: the current information. So here we also have some settings. So you can select the categories, save the interests, select topics and interests to customize your Discover experience. Accordingly, it will have its infinite scroll and all the latest relevant news in your local and global news. This will start coming up on top and it's an infinite scroll. It keeps going. Also, I want to highlight the translation part. So you can very quickly, let's translate it to French. It can quickly translate the whole thing. So the page reloads for Discover page and quickly loads with everything. All the content is converted to French. So there is translated into French. Now in certain Indic languages or certain other languages, it's not that, it doesn't translate everything. Like for example, I saw for Bangladesh, that is Bengali, the language, it just translates the parts of the page which is specific to Perplexity, but the external content remains in mostly in English. So it doesn't translate the whole thing for certain languages. So I think this will get better as more and more non-English or other text coming to other languages are supported by Perplexity. So this part is, let me switch back to the default, which is English on my system. So right on top, you have the top, you have the top topics that are currently there is a fighter jet crash, so that is on top right now, and the top news. So you'll have the top news, and then there are particular topics. There are five categories right now: tech and science, finance, art and culture, sports, and entertainment. So these are the top topics in Discover. In spaces, this is similar to projects for ChatGPT. So you have templates in the beginning where to choose from. So there is get started fast with these popular templates from Perplexity. There is all, there are life, technology, finance, sales, marketing, research, people and ops, education. So these are the categories where templates are available. So you can see some of the examples. Let's look at technology, for example, to start with. YC Startup Advisor, get started with Perplexity. This would be interesting since you are new to Perplexity. Get started, get the most, ask anything about getting started. Fact checks, summarize, learn, create. So all these examples and my threads will appear in this one section. So let's say get started. This is on this template. Let's go back. Category is tech. Let's look at finance. So finance has, what would Buffett say? This is also quite popular. Transcripts, profile builder, stock screener. So these are stock screener templates. Ask questions about stocks in the S&P 500 and Indian rate updates weekly. So these are weekly trades. Sales and marketing, blog post generator, social post generator, a team wiki, English to another language translator. Research, citation generator, key opinion leader, analyzer. In people and ops, we have HR Central, IT help desk, new hire onboarding. Education for students, tutor me. So get step-by-step help learning a concept. Essay grader, citation generator like from research. So these are the templates that are available in spaces. Create a new space, you go into create, and then it will ask for certain details, and then you can create the space and then share it. What else? Options, settings, and delete. Let's look at settings. Answer these instructions to Perplexity to customize how answers are focused and structured. Zoom in. Always respond in a formal tone. Example, search settings and include web by default. You can close the web search, search the web in addition to space context for all searches. So if you don't want it to search the web, you can disable it for now. Let's go back to default. Let's see my spaces. So create a space, new spaces, and examples. Perplexity support, LLM research. So these are updated recently. Let's look at what's available. Searching with custom instructions and one source. Let's look at what sources are there. Some files, there are some links, and your role is to help users understand and get maximum value from using Perplexity AI. So these are the spaces. from where you can use. In finance, right at the home page, starts with the financial markets. You can get US markets, other country markets, the wait list, watch list, market summary, recent developments, and this gives you a nice summary of everything. You can set price alerts from a stock, any of the stocks. So let's choose NVIDIA, target price, notification platform. There are these options of in-app, email, and mobile. Default query is this: explain the factors driving the latest movement of NVDA, including recent rise fall. Contextualize this price movement within the last few weeks of price movement and investor narrative. Additional instruction like check news and social media sentiments to assess consensus or controversy, so that you can set a price alert in the finance section. Let's look at crypto. Crypto in finance. So begins with the current Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. You have the watch list, you have the equity sectors, the leaderboard, and the volumes trade, price change, funding rate. The top of them, there is a market summary with the current news, recent developments. So from 1 minute ago to 2 hours ago, totally recent. And this will run into a Perplexity search. This will run the search. You can get the links right here. Why is crypto down today? So all of these external links that you can further discover and images related to this particular prompt. So that's how it goes through the entire thing. Now let's go, we have explored crypto. Let's look at the earnings page. There's earnings calendar. It will track all the earnings. There is a screener based on which companies, screener of the companies, equity sectors, price change, popular cryptocurrency, fixed income. So this is a nice summary of the entire finance market. And the last one is politicians, what the politicians are saying. So you have recent transactions, spouse, and so it tracks all the politicians and the Marjorie MTG, whatever buy and sell they're doing. Financial information provided by Financial Modeling Prep. Ask anything about US politician stock trades. You can also have different markets, US market, crypto, politician. So these are your tabs. Bearish sentiment, market is open, and it on today, November the 21st, 2025 EST, and there is a bearish sentiment today as of now. Finally, there are notifications at the bottom. In the bottom section, you can look at notifications, which has delete all red, and then scheduled or price alert. Finally, in my account, I have account preferences. So if I jump into settings, starts with my account preferences, then my appearance, which is dark as you like. Then there is languages, default, response language, auto suggest, homepage widgets, model, image generation, video generation model, and AI data retention. In personalization, introduce, so I have not added all this data, but it knows my location, memory, which is beta, currently going into ChatGPT as well, and in other chatbots. Reference search library, edit your saved memories. So whatever memories, it has 4 for me right now of the few searches that I've made, and on it also shows when it has saved each of these. So in November, it has changed all of these, saved all of these memories for me. Now, watch list, manage your watch list in sport. Let's see the sport one, all categories. So you can have, let's say, sport. So let's say any of these, Atletico Madrid, done. And finance, let me check BTC and also NVDA. Let's check, keep a track of those, done. And so you have your waitlists here. You can add your waitlists and accordingly it will start showing. In the assistant, save time, the assistant, get started. I think this will connect to the mail, onboarding of assistant, unlimited access, continue with max or affording the unlock, unlimited email assistant access, smart inbox labeling, automatic draft generation, and all these are available with Assistant. From inbox to action, this is Perplexity Assistant. Turn your inbox into scheduled meetings, drafted replies, and clear priorities. Try with one click for Gmail and Outlook. Okay, this is interesting. So you can look through this one. Let me get back inside Perplexity. Perplexity account, finance, and finance. Let's get back to finance. From there, it will be faster to get into account. Okay, it's taking a bit long, so let me just go directly there. Yeah, so everything is loaded. Tasks, assistant, we were doing assistant. Then tasks. So these are the new things that your routine supercharge set up tasks to deliver the right content at the right time automatically. So you can see the examples like a news digest, market forecast, tech insights, entertainment, sports, and science explorer. So you can describe what you want to automate and accordingly check this one. Schedule task instructions. There is a space. Choose one of the spaces. Schedule, expiration date, and notification. There are three options right now: in app, email, and mobile. So here you can set up your tasks. Notifications, manage your notification, finance digest, and deep research when the research is complete. Okay, email notifications. Connectors, similar to ChatGPT apps. Currently, there are available two of them: Gmail with calendar and WhatsApp, and more in the Pro plan. Finally, enterprise. Enterprise will go outside. So let me remove enterprise for now. And there is API. Enterprise, there is API, and there is my API group. So that's all in the settings. And there is upgrade. So current plans like personal, 20 USD per month. 200 USD max is 200 USD per month. For education, we have the Education Pro, where you verify a student or educator. And for business, there is the $240 plan and the 325 USD plan, Enterprise Pro and Enterprise Max. These are the plans as of November 2025. Install is Comet. You'll get the Comet browser. Download, learn more. Perplexity for mobile, both iPhone and Android. Perplexity for desktop. This is Windows on Windows. Perplexity for email. Turn your inbox into scheduled meetings, drafted replies, and clear priorities with our AI email assistant. So that's about it about the all the features currently available in Perplexity. Next, we'll look into running a particular prompt. So let me jump into the library. You have my threads, and here we will look at the latest prompts that we have run on this. So that will be all for this video. See you in the next one.